3:06 in the morning. It's the 25th of July, 2023, continuation Tuesday. We return to City Rosemead, California. So, part two. See, I don't get it what they call making America great again because we have a lot of years and decades and centuries. We have epochs in our history, certain marks in our history that have made turning points, either good, bad, or indifferent in our country, and how it keeps mutating and growing into something else. When people actually say that they don't care of the damage that they've done to others, they're just happy to be Americans, then I know they're full of shit. Yeah, I know it's according to difference of opinions at this point over here, but some opinions have a way of hurting people left and right, and they don't care. They got their own version, their own fantasy land of it. Showing what a small town is one thing. The visualizations when you're showing a big town stuff, and you say, well, we know how to handle that in a small town. Give me a break. Take the law in your hand, throw away the U.S. Constitution, throw away law, rule, and everything else. It's no wonder we're having problems with the court systems at this point over here because we still got that same damn thinking in our court systems. They still want to back into the Stone Age, or maybe a little bit different. Wild, Wild West. We have people screaming at politicians right now to keep the damn gun violence down. We can't even make the gun laws necessary to protect our ass. People want more guns. More guns to me equals more bloodshed, more body bags. It's that simple. You want to protect someone? Okay, protect someone. Take a baseball bat. It's going to play baseball, but it's going to hurt as well. But you're going to take a gun, you're taking away a life. You're doing major injuries at this point over here. Oh, by the way, a baseball bat could do the same thing, but it's also useful for playing baseball. Did I mention that? We have a pastime concerning about baseball, about sports games. But a gun's used for one thing: kill, murder, put holes in living beings. Put holes in living beings to end their lives or destroy their lives one way or another. Destroy everybody else's lives left and right. Well, we used it for colonization, trying to expand this country of ours, doing manifest destiny in our damn headsets. Yeah, headsets. Head. Set. That's set in our heads. Get it? Headset. They think these damn mechanical things over here. Talk about this damn thing here. Well, I'm sorry, we don't know what this is, do we? We don't know what this is. It's called a head. Has our squishy organ in there called a brain. We use those things on a constant basis. Didn't you know that? Health 101. Unless you guys hadn't studied it in school or read about it in books and stuff. I'm sorry, were those books banned? Was that America? America banning books now, including sciences, health, social studies? Oh, I'm sorry, that's part of council culture, isn't it? That's part of the wokeism. We know how things are done in small towns because we're not woke. No, we'll just take lynchings, burnings, hangings, and music videos at different places that show that kind of history without even verifying it, without clarification or anything else like that. No, we just show the bad things about what America's supposed to be, and then we're supposed to be showing maybe a few clips of what America should be. I'm like, people can listen to the music and try to agree with it, but the visualizations, do they understand this? No, they actually do understand this. There was a concert out there being shown. TMZ was showing this concert, and the people loved it, which shows to me that they are racist because they didn't give a shit one way or another. Oh, they see the bad things happening in larger towns, but it won't happen in a small town. Wake the hell up, assholes. Small towns actually do have it. You just haven't seen it or heard of it. Out in this town of Roseman, yeah, every once in a while there's a particular apartment complex that actually gets raided once in a while. A lot of people are still pissed off at the sheriff's department. If you're white, you don't get that much problem. If you're colored, you get that much problem. But the thing of it is, I hadn't seen more of that because we don't have enough cops on the street to do that. They're mostly hiding in the damn station, or maybe one or two units patrolling around 20 to 30,000 people in this cramped town of ours. Not enough cops out there, but a hell of a lot of people and a hell of a lot of crime. But we get it. We get a shooting here, we get a bank robbery here. Roseburg's not exactly a quiet, easy place to live in. Namely, yeah, we do get it from Lancaster, which is considered a medium-sized town or a medium-sized city, and so is Palmdale. We get it leaked over here. Hell, we get it leaked over from Bakersfield coming down the pipeline, or from some of the other outlying communities. We're not immune to it, but we're not bristling with American patriotism, except for, of course, those who are working at an air base, which has to show the patriotism because they love America that much that they're willing to do anything and everything, including listening to people who are gasbagging them and gaslighting them left and right that they don't care. They just want to feel the patriotism. The pride goes before a fall. And I'm expecting America to go, ah, on my watch in my lifetime because we were too proud, too arrogant, too ignorant, too indifferent. We have people trying to tell what we're going through right now, how we're dealing with things. We got a climate out of control right now. We're cooking worse than usual. We have fires still happening. Canada's still having a fire. They haven't been able to get knocking them all down yet. It's still ongoing for months. Sound familiar? We've had our fires up in Northwest, in the Rockies. We lost forests. It took them months. So it's becoming years in Canada for the fire. So yeah, we're cooking. More so. So what are we supposed to do about that? Not a damn thing. It's their problem. It's their problem. Why is it our problem? Let's see. Environmental control's going out of whack at this point over here. We can't control it for any way, shape, or form, and we don't care about it because we're Americans. Because we got to burp our ass with our own pride and ego and arrogance. Welcome to the Roman Empire. See, this is the reason why people go to bookstores or to libraries and read books. Even though if they are banned or not, we get ideas and ideals of where the authors who wrote things were coming from, the time periods that they were coming from, what they were observing, and what we're seeing pieces that actually fit together out here. My God, it's called using your mind and your intelligence. And I swear to God, these people who believe in Trumpism left and right, who think he's going to solve everything, and the people with the same mindset being, let's be patriotic, let's be this, let's be that. We're showing ourselves that we're about to kill ourselves one way or another, and we don't care about it. We're so ultra patriotic, we're going to take a gun and shoot ourselves in the foot, or maybe in the mouth. Would they be able to survive it in the mouth? I'm not going to see that example. I don't even want to see the example. They would have a facial reconstruction if the squishy brain actually worked, and the recovery sucks. Unless, of course, they're going to make the morticians happy about that one. Another log in a fire for the crematoriums to belch out the smoke and stuff, create more ashes, more ashfall. But our arrogance and our ignorance are going to be the same damn way. Gee, I'm only an observer in my life. 57 years old, seen too much of it and gone through it. Yeah. Tell me something about pride in America. Tell me something that we're so proud of our countrymen here. We're willing to kill them for anything. We want to support our government. We're going to defund it. We're going to support our military. We're going to defund it. We're going to love our law officers so much. We're going to be taking away money out of their pockets, taking away resources, taking away departments because we love our law enforcement officers. But more importantly, we love our guns. We want more guns. We want more bloodshed, more body bags. Feed the beast. Feed the beast. You guys don't want to think about it, hear about it, know about it. You just want to be blissful. You want to be in a blissful state of ignorance. You have this happy dappy idea what America is supposed to be. And the gritty reality is it scares the hell out of you what it is right now, and you don't want it that way. You want it in your own fantasy land. Said before in my other video. With our continuing existence right now, we are screwing our planet up left and right. We're going to be having a food resource war if we're not careful, or if we're there already. Prices are going to be going up, inflation's going to be screwing us over once more, and the president's going to be scratching his head on this one because he's still trying to help solve a situation that everyone's blaming on the president, and it hasn't been his fault. You had an autocratic society and an autocratic asshole there who wants things his way. Much like the politicians who are running for the theoretical grand old party. They're trying to do the same damn shit as they're seeing everyone else out there who are struggling through their own issues. Gee, what happened to North Korea? Well, let's see. North Korea, you still have a controlling family with a controlling military out there, subjugating the rest of the countrymen, and they starve while the rich and elite feed themselves and gorge themselves left and right. And they have nuclear power. China, with all its wonderful might and lovely culturalism, is still an autocratic society ruled by one asshole, not a committee, one asshole. What he says goes, and you're disappeared, you're gone, you're nowhere seen ever again. You want freedom and peace and liberty? You're dead, you're gone, you're history. Who the hell are you again? Oh, we don't know. He's disappeared around here somewhere. We have warlords out in Africa, the continent of Africa, fighting over dirt and territory. And whatever kind of food sources they're getting, they're using up too much. Say hello to drought, boys and girls. People are going to be starving left and right, moving to different countries left and right, trying to find survival. They're not going to survive. They're going to find gun war. They're going to find a resource war. Want to try that again? And what is it about Hungary? Hungary's also been having a problem with idiots out there. Turkey, also with their own version of no democracy. Greece, the birthplace of. No, I'm sorry, they're screwed up on that one. Makes us look at Israel. Israel just lost their democracy. And one major vote that they actually had in the Knesset, their legislative ruling party. I'm sorry, they don't have a ruling party. They've got a prime minister who's all power now because the checks and balances were voted out of existence. And for months, the people were pissed, and still are, to the point where you have the military, part of the military, 10,000 soldiers? 10,000 soldiers of the Israeli Defense Forces going to say, to the Prime Minister. How does that grab you? Because you take out the checks and balances. Same thing that our own people here in the United States, Conservative Party, if you can call them conservative, I call them maggots because they follow the Trumplicans, because they follow the orange gas bag and his ideas and idealism. How to scam, how to grift, how to con, cheat, steal, pilfer, pillage, and plunder. Shall I go on out with that one? We wanted to fund our government. In the process of trying to do that, we're making the United States in itself combined weak and the states more strengthened. The only problem is the reason why we had the Constitution of the United States because we needed a strong federalism and not states being strong because they got themselves screwed over. Did anybody ever remember what happened after the Revolutionary War? Good Lord, you people are ignorant as bastards. What I was learning from the history classes, going over to a community college, this stuff you probably still could read in different books in a library if you wanted to. Well, I'm sorry, can you people read actually? I mean, can you actually understand a sentence? Understand two letters. Actually, just two words. I, which is a letter in itself, but it's also a word as well, meaning you, individually, and then the term read. R-E-A-D. I read, period. That's a statement of fact. Can people actually do that? My God. What an embarrassment to humanity. They can actually get some intelligence for a change. I don't know. Are they rated for it? Can they actually do it? Are they actually allowed to do it? But let's see. We digress, don't we? We read. We study. We learn history. We chafe at it because it's too damn real. Because it was recorded as such. Because it happened as such. But we don't want to deal with it, do we? Our country was broker than shit. We borrowed a lot from our European allies, primarily France, and we betrayed their ass. In exchange of having their military assistance, their funding, their weaponry, their ships, their help to beat back the British, we made them a deal. We would help them with their revolution. We were piratical at that point. We were pirates. We pilfered, we pillaged, we plundered. We lied our asses off. And then France had to go through their own bloody revolution a different way than ours. They want it quick and easy. We did it slow, one step at a time. And we became broker at the same time. We became the brokest country I had ever read about. And in order to recoup losses, we had to be cannibalistic on our own people and our own property just to get enough funding for the banks who were saying, oh, no, 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 no. We own property now. We own your ass. We want the money back. Well, we got the money. Go to jail. We're taking the property. You can't do that. Yes, we can. We're the banks. We called in the loans. You owe us. But I was a soldier of the Revolutionary War. You owe me. I'm the bank that financed the whole damn shit. How about that one, asshole? That's not fair. Oh, I don't give a shit. I want the money now. I even got it. In the jail. Workers' prison. Read it in history books on that one. People got so damn pissed off with the damn loan sharks out there. All the banks, all the debtors out there. If the states weren't going to help them, the people were doing it by themselves. The states cried out to the Fed, we need help, we need help. Fed says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help you. You wrote up the Articles of Confederation before the Constitution was ever created. You gave your powers directly to the states. Weakened federal government, but the states have more power. But the states can't do any shit." You ever heard of the term? You ever heard of the thing about Shays Rebellion? That sticks in my back of my head on this one. Shays Rebellion was the former soldiers, farmers, workers, everybody who owed. They got sick and tired of owing and having everything else stolen from them because they owed. The problem is they couldn't pay. If they couldn't pay, they were jailed for it. They wanted to start. They wanted a chance to restart, to actually pay back the loans, but they couldn't do that. The only way to capture the attention is not about the state, but they were hoping the federal government could help them out because they were fighting for the federal government, not for the states themselves, but for the colonies as a government in whole. But the federal government couldn't do anything because of the charter that was already written up because most of the power was going to the states, and the states weren't going to do shit. And they took over federal armories, and they took over weaponry. Shays Rebellion did. Got to the point. They had to come out with something stronger. So yeah, they came out with a great experiment. The great experiment was helping people out at that point of giving the power back to the federal government, not to the states. Read about that one. And then comment and let me know what I've got wrong on that one. Because I was learning about this one through history classes at a community college from college professors who actually got letters and have been in the business a lot longer than I have. And I'm still learning, and I'm 57 years old. And the thing of it is, studying about all this history and then studying about how the politics was either helping or hindering us left and right. Seeing all these connections left and right. How political science 101 would be helping us out to understand why we got the shit going on right now as it is. Why is this important for us to understand how our system works? I'm not saying about any more advanced stuff than that. Just 101 would give someone else a chance to understand it. I mean, there are books out there on Amazon and eBay you can find. It's not exactly going to the college stores. You can also go to the libraries, unless, of course, you already got those damn books banned already. One that talks about how our government system works. One that talking about the Madison letters. The Federalist Papers, number 10. An argument on how and why we needed a constitution, why we needed to be governing, why we needed to stay the hell away from a monarchy of any sort. They wanted to make George Washington a king. Washington says, no, I don't want it. I'm a simple farmer, but also I'm a soldier. But he'll take the nomination for president for a short term. They never did, when they created the Constitution of the United States, put in a term limit for the presidency. They could have gone for maybe 3 or 4 terms, each term being 4 years. Washington would have just settled just for one. He didn't want the responsibility, but he took it anyway. He took it anyway. He was showing patriotism. He was showing how to be of service to his country, not the country servicing him servicing the country. We've forgotten that. We've forgotten how to be servicing to our neighbors. You want to talk about small town values? You want to talk about we knowing how to take care of each other? You got to go back through history and understand how they were doing it. And then you want to understand all the pitfalls we had to get up to our point in our time of history. And it's a lot. We look for the yah yah rah rah re and don't burn my flag because I'm ultra patriotic. So says the Roman Empire.